least one. So I was born and raised in Iran as a Shiite Muslim.
Shiite Muslim?
Shiite Muslim. And all my life I heard bad things about Israel and the Jews. And we were told that Islam is the best and the last. And Muhammad was the most perfect person ever. So we grew up in that environment. And
growing up, did you study the Quran and the Hadith?
yes, but mostly culturally. Like we would go and read in Arabic, for example. We didn't understand the meaning. They told us if you read in Arabic, you get more points to go to heaven. So we read the Quran and the Hadith and we prayed in Arabic, which we don't understand. But we just memorize and we repeat. And so I was trying to be a good Muslim. I loved God as a boy, and they told me Allah is the God. So I began to follow and pray, go to mosque, and fast in Ramadan. And we are Shiite, so we used to go beat ourselves with chains on the streets, all to please Allah, hoping and wishing to go to heaven. And so when I was 16 years old, something happened to me that it changed my life. In fact, before that, I saw so many bad things on the streets. I saw people being executed publicly, hanging from a crane. I saw people being tortured, beaten. And they told us these are infidels, these are the enemies of Allah, these are Zionists or the spies for Israel, all these things. And so when I was 16 years old, I was arrested and tortured by the regime in Iran.
Why?
I was going to a wedding and I was in the car of some relatives. They gave me a ride. My family was already there at the wedding. And they had some alcohol. And based on Islamic law, you can't even have or possess or make or buy or sell or drink alcohol. And they had some, not really drunk, but probably a little. And my only crime was I was in the car. And there's the Islamic checkpoint. They pulled the car over and they began to smell the alcohol. And they asked us to come out. They put us in a bus. And the bus got filled so fast because they arrested so many people for different reasons. And they took us to a confinement, to a jail, and then they took all our clothes off, bare naked. And they start pouring cold water on us and whipping us with this big, thick electric cable. And then they had us face the wall, sit up, sit down. Then they took us threw us into a room, a small room. And we were choking, no food, one boy.
And all that because you were sitting in a car?
Sitting in the car.
That somebody had alcohol in it.
Exactly.
Wow, unbelievable.
And it's not like in America or in Europe that, they test your breath or if you're a driver or if they don't care who did it, who didn't. You are a part of the crowd, you go to jail. And I was 16. I didn't drink alcohol. I didn't do anything wrong. And I saw the cruelty of these people. I saw how these Islamists, they were beating people, torturing people. We had only one boiled egg in the morning, one boiled egg at night, one bottle of water forever to drink. Restroom one time in the morning, one time at night, 60 seconds. So I saw the cruelty. I said, is this Islamic justice? Is this Islamic law? And so I became the victim. And then we went to court and with shackles on our hands and our feet, we paid a fine and they released us. But that was the beginning of when I began to question Islam. I began to say, what kind of religion is this? What kind of justice is this? And my mother said, no, Islam is good. These people make it look bad. I said, okay. Then I began to do my own research. I began to read with translation to see whether what Muhammad said and what this regime does is contrary and opposite. And I began to read the Quran, the Hadith, and I saw, wow, so much evil in the Quran. Muhammad killed people. I saw Muhammad beheaded people, cut people's hand off. It says not to be friends with Jews and Christians, Surah 551. Muhammad says don't take Jews and Christians for your friends. In Surah 929, Muhammad said, kill those who don't believe in Allah, His messenger, and in the religion of truth, which is supposedly Islam, and they don't believe in what Allah and His messenger made unlawful. Kill them unless they pay jizya, blood money. In Surah 928, he cursed the Jews and Christians. In Surah Muhammad, verse 4, it says, behead the infidels wherever you find them. So when I saw these things, I saw, wow, this could not be from God. So I lost my faith in Islam completely. But at the same time, I was asking and questioning, so where I come from? Who made this world? If there's no God, then who made the world? If there's a God, then who is He? And in Islam, what Islam has done, it attached itself to Christianity, to Judaism. For example, it says, yeah, we believe in the Torah and in the Gospel. We believe in Moses and Abraham and Noah. And so in my mind, I thought all of them are the same family. I didn't even know Jesus was a Jew or He was from Israel. Nothing. So when I began to see the cruelty of Islam and the injustice and evil that is in it, I completely realized that either there's no God, or if there's a God, it couldn't be this one.